Good. Okay. Everybody, it's Naude.
Hello,
Tony from OCN. We are doing another reaction video today. So this video was taken just over 2 years ago during the filming of Cutting the Line, our documentary. If you haven't seen it, we'll put a link to it below. But yeah, this was one of our early filming days with Alan van Gijsen from Namibia. We saw this guy out on the rocks next to what we call the valley in Cape Cross, and he was just in a really difficult position.
Yeah, we could obviously see it from very far, and sometimes it is frustrating because we can see from very far and they are not in accessible location, like Naude just said. He was very close to the water in an area where the rocks are very wet, and there were a lot of seals next to it. So we decided to wait to see if it would move. It was wet, so we said, oh, maybe it's gonna go and rest, or the tide is gonna drop. So we waited something like 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, we waited for a long time. Eventually we decided to walk around the bottom of the rocks, which is not normally an option, but the tide was low enough, but the waves were still washing up against the rocks. So we literally had to like sort of leapfrog from one rock to the next. As the water came, it was rushing underneath us, and then we had to wait for the right moment as the water pulled back to go for it, which we also got completely wrong actually. Alan, who's a lifelong surfer, said okay, after the next wave, and after the next wave we went, and then the next wave was just on us. So but it all worked out well in the end. Let's see.
All right, so let's dig into it. So we are in position now, and we're gonna see what is happening. Let's go.
Okay.
So you can see the target in the circle here. I mean, you already saw this little guy here. Now he's facing the ocean. He's still sleeping, or resting at least.
Yeah.
And we have to go somewhere.
Two major factors here working against us is you can literally see hundreds of seals that we're going to cross laterally, and there's water coming in. So we're going to be running through water and through a lot of seals to still get to intercept the guy in the green before it makes it to the ocean. So
we both have a net, and just in case, but Naude being the first one is going to be the key, because I am behind him and basically I'm not going to be able to assist. So it's really like a one-person job, basically. Let's see what happens. Lots of seals. Lots of teeth as well, I guess. He's jumping over one now. Easy to see the target, at least.
Yeah, there's one here that in the
this
group.
Guy here is Naude's best friend. Apparently, he wanted to go and
give me a
kiss
kiss.
him. Yeah. So you're gonna focus on this guy. He's going to come extremely close from Naude.
I still get nightmares about that guy.
Yeah, and actually Naude is going to have you're going to lose a lot of time because of him. Because right now you could, it's not an easy rescue, but if this guy is not coming in the way, you can make it easy.
Yeah.
So let's see. It's coming once, really close. So here you dodged the subadult male, and actually noticed that
my net. I saw that in the review when we were watching the video earlier. That I don't know why my net was upside down. It's sort of in the heat of the moment. You don't realize.
No, for sure. But anyway, somehow you're going to make it, which is quite difficult, I have to say. Yeah. So let's see how it plays. See, the seal is still going inside because you're pushing.
I don't know why I would, thinking back now, just dropping the net over, I would always opt to rather go over the top. But I just
your left
leg
in front, so
it was just so full of adrenaline at the time. But at least it got in the net.
Yeah. So now the water is rushing, and there are a few seals coming from behind.
And it's not very well secured in the net at all.
Sure. And this little guy here is actually biting you.
I forgot about him. Just a little love
But
bite
yeah.
on the leg.
Just for... So yeah, this is how close he was from you. This is my angle. So I think you were happy to have this pouch here because he could have come for you. And the little guy is actually biting your pants.
Yeah.
Don't know if you got a bite, but
I did get a bit of a scratch on that one. Yeah, I remember.
Alright, so let's have a look full spin now. You're gonna understand the intensity of it, and you're gonna see how quick Naude has to think.
The real control. Okay. Woo! Damn.
Alright, so now we secured him and we can work. Obviously it's not an ideal situation. The water is rushing, but we don't have the luxury of another location.
Yeah, it's a big seal. I mean, it's probably about 100 kilos, and we'd pull him up the rocks. It's not really an option. You just want to get, and there's still a lot of seals around, so we just want to try and get it done as quick as we can. See a big one? See a big one coming through?
They always come to you. It's okay.
If you look carefully, you can see my leg is really shaky from the adrenaline. I was actually so pumped there. I was, I often get that after these hectic rescues where you just sort of a little bit in shock afterwards.
You can see, like, it's 2022, we didn't have much equipment, so we had one pair of what we call Kevlar sleeves
to share.
And we actually learned the hard way that seal bite could go through that very easily. And you can also see the way I secure the seal. Like, we're not securing the seals like this.
No, we
anymore.
don't sit in front of the head, no.
For sure, because I did get bitten actually with the seal in the net. And we learned this the hard way again.
It's okay.
You're shaking, huh?
Yeah, completely. That's Alan in the background there. He got some really cool angles of this too.
It's okay. Yes. Oh, you felt that, huh? You can breathe now. Yes, I know. Tight, huh? This tight.
Yeah, so this is obviously an issue for us. You see the little flakes of plastic around once we cutting this net. It is essentially, we are creating some microplastics there. We try and be as conscious as we can to get all of that out, and this is sort of what we are fighting in the first place.
Sure.
We are inadvertently creating some of it, but at the end of the day, the cost of it is, well, it is the small price of saving this animal's life and getting the rest of that massive mass of plastic out of the water.
Yeah, and you have to understand that if we didn't cut that, this would have degraded the same way at some point, right?
Yeah.
With sun, with wind, with water.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and just kept on.
But it's still frustrating to see that. That's for sure.
Would have kept on catching more animals.
Yeah.
No.
Sitting in front of the seal's head. Yeah, we've come a long way with our techniques, definitely.
It's not too much. Yeah, these ones are tight.
I posed here there are two things. First, there's a very, very tight strand of net, and you're gonna see when Naude cuts it, the seal understand that he's getting free and he's gonna back, and we're gonna have some trouble to actually hold him. Second is, yes, our tool is old, and we are struggling, Naude is struggling with that. you know, the tools we're using are being used and abused every day. Salt water, sand, salt, like everything. Sun even.
They work hard, yeah, but especially the salt, the sand in them gets into little fine mechanisms.
Yeah.
And
So we often get comments saying you should be using this tool or that tool. Yes, maybe in an ideal situation we would have our toolbox with us, but you can see that we need to be agile, we need to be fast, and we cannot carry our toolbox with us. Also, the animals need to be rescued as fast as possible so we can reduce the stress. So we really believe that these raptors are the best tool for the job.
if you had to take one multi-purpose tool that can cover, honestly, 98% of the entanglements we deal with, that is it.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, you felt that. You felt that, I know. But it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Not over.
Struggling a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, I could have put fresh sand water in it as I was running in there.
Okay, I'm going now.
We freeing the seal.
Check out, yeah, he's so strong there on the way out. He's really fully charged.
Look at all this.
So what is that exactly? Do you remember what it is?
It came across as netting. It was a very big mesh. I don't know if it was a. I seem to think maybe an illegal, like a drift net, because normally those super light nets are often used for drift nets. But it definitely some very low budget form of netting. I can't think of any other application for something like that.
Yeah, especially because the seal found it somewhere.
Yeah.
It must be in the water. So yeah, that was one of actually the first rescues we did at Cape Cross overall, like in maybe in patrol number 3 or 4.
Yeah, we hadn't done a lot there at all.
Yeah, so that was quite a highlight for us for a long time, and we were very happy that Alan put it in the movie, Cutting the Line. Yeah, bites are part of the job. We have accepted the risk, I guess, a long time ago. Obviously, we try to avoid them because it gets complicated to do our job after that. But obviously, we deal with stressed animals, so they're going to come. And most of the time, I would say we get beaten by the seals that we don't try to catch.
Yeah, it's the other ones. Look, seals are not aggressive. They're never going to come at us and try and bite us. They are trying to save their own lives. They will bite us. They will, as an act of self-defense, when they're running past us, they would open their mouths. And it's normally literally just one running past and your leg gets in the way, and as a defense, he will snap. It's not that he's coming to us to bite us. It's him. It's just him striking out in defense. So no, they're not aggressive animals. They're not coming out to get us. But it does happen from time to time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I think. Do you see something else to say about that?
No, but please let us know again what you think of the video in the comments, and any suggestions what kind of video you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.